J, Qualifications, National Council, Training Journals.
Okay, my real name's Mr. Grant, but I write and perform under the name of Dreadlock Alien. I'm a performance poet, live literature practitioner, and workshop facilitator. I deal with live literature, which is theatre, audiences, the live performance of poetry. So you digest it with your ears as opposed to your eyes and in a book. So that's the side of literature that I'm from, live literature, performance poetry, slam poetry. I love it because you can connect with the audiences directly there. If a published poet can't see someone reading and their reaction, it's a very distant relationship. So live literature, it's the oldest art form, storytelling, poetry. I love the immediacy of it. Live literature poets will write for performance. So as opposed to going to a book and how it's structured and looks on a page and how many words it is, a live literature poet will maybe script in a pause or a gesture or so on and so forth. So you bear those in mind, the performance, when you're actually writing the piece. And that kind of flavours how you're going to deliver it. You might do a little bit in rhyme, you might build in a pause, a suggested word, so on and so forth. So you think about performance before you've actually written the poem. Okay, yeah, two skill bases that we encourage in performance poetry are those of beatboxing, which is vocal percussion, soundscaping, plosive, sibilant sounds into a microphone. Three ones I teach in primary school all the time. Born to be clever, with the nose, born to be clever. Pop into the chemist, pop into the chemist, pop into the chemist. And boots and cats, which is the most common one. So yeah, just to provide a little bit of a vocal space. Within your poem, you can incorporate those, like a heartbeat. When my heart as she walked through the door. So you can include those. Freestyling, however, is a completely different thing to beatboxing. Freestyling is flow verse poetry. It's when there's no preparation, you're stimulated by the things that you see, and very quickly you can put them in a rhyming couplet. For example, I want to hear poetry like a jackhammerer, poetry for man holding the camera, poetry like Adidas and Nike, poetry because I'm looking up at the mic. That's just freestyle. First of all, start gathering words, the vocabulary. If you're going to build a good quality house, you need good quality bricks. If you're going to build a good quality poem, you need good quality words. You might not use all those words in the poem, but you have them as tools at your disposal. And then when you actually build the poem, you can pick the best word for what you're trying to say, the word that contains the most emotion, so on and so forth. So I start with the vocabulary of the subject, a word burst, and I gather words to do with that subject first. Before you go on to your own identity and your history and your heritage, a very simple part of identity is about your knowledge base, so what you know about. So each young person in schools that I go to, they'll write about something that they know. So they'll start to gather words on fashion, Call of Duty games, online gaming, internet, football, whatever they know about, that's all part of your identity. So start with that, write about something you know to start with.
National Council, Training Journals.